Hi guys, I am coming to you from Carpool Line in my workout gear, no makeup, obviously hair not done, because Nikisha, my amazing trainer, asked me to do a little testimonial on nutrition. So my background, I am in real estate now, but this is my 4th year in real estate. But before that, I was a coach and a teacher. I've always considered myself an athlete. I was an athlete from the time I was about 8 years old, going through playing softball and basketball. And then as an adult, I've run 5Ks and half marathons and triathlons. So I was always in pretty good shape. And then I had 3 kids and I never really got back into competing. My oldest is 15. I was doing triathlons after I had him. But my daughter, who is now 12, I have literally not gotten back on a bike since I found out that I was pregnant with her. So it's been 13 years since I've been on a bike or really swimming. I did a little bit of swimming as recovery after giving birth, but I haven't really competed in about 13 years. I stayed active just in my job as a coach. I would work out with my team. I would lift sometimes. But I basically just stayed really active. And my personal body, when I get stressed, I don't eat. So I kind of would teeter on the unhealthy side of being too thin. And I know that may or may not relate to some of you guys, but being too thin is just as unhealthy as being too heavy. And I started my new career as a real estate agent. I did that to spend more time with my kids, and it changed the dynamic of the way that I live. At the same time, I started dating a guy who is in love with food. That's his passion. He loves to cook. He loves to eat good food. We love to go out to eat. And in the process of changing careers and dating him, over a 3-year time span, I'd gained 30 pounds. And was realizing that the jeans that I used to have that were baggy jeans were now tight jeans, and I just was not comfortable in my body anymore. I felt lethargic and tired all the time. It was hard for me to get motivated. I used to be able to go out and just run and be active and do all kinds of stuff with my kids, and it got to the point that I just couldn't do that anymore, and I was incredibly uncomfortable in my own skin. So I started to evaluate what changes I had made, and it was a very slow process, but it added up. So I started trying to lose some weight on my own, and it was difficult. So again, being a former coach, I understand the value of a coach. Olympic athletes have coaches. The top professional athletes have coaches. It doesn't matter how well you know the game or how well you know the sport or how intrinsically motivated you are. It's always good to have a coach. So I reached out on Facebook, got a couple of recommendations, and Nikisha started coming to my house twice a week in June of this year, 2021. And for 2.5 months, I think, she was coming to my house, and I was exhausted and weak at the very beginning. I couldn't hardly do anything, but I needed her there to kick my butt to get me going. And one thing that she really focused on with me was my nutrition. And I have 5 kids under my roof now. The guy that I was dating, we're now married. He has 2 kids. I had 3. So 5 kids between 15 and 10 under one roof. And still working, and so busy. So we had to come up with a nutrition plan that would travel well. So when I'm showing houses or sitting in carpool or going to kids' games or whatever, I can grab and go. And I got to the point in, I guess, about July that I'd really tuned in to what my body needed and what was going to work for me. And it's now the end of October, and I'm still doing the same thing. I reached my first goal today. Actually, I weighed this morning, and I've lost almost all the weight that I had gained. I'm not going to go back to the super stressed out skinny girl thing again, because that's not healthy. So I have no desire to get back to that. But I have reached my first goal of 135, which is oddly enough where I was in high school. So I feel pretty good about that because I'm 45 now. I just turned 45. So being back at the weight I was in high school, it makes me very proud to know that all the hard work I put in the last few months is paying off. I feel better. I have more energy. I am able to go longer with my endurance. I'm able to lift heavier, and I can just do more with my kids and my family. So I just want to encourage you, if you're on this journey, to stick with it. There's no such thing as an overnight easy result. It's going to take time and energy and dedication and commitment. Again, the thing that worked the most for me was just consistency. I literally eat the same thing every single day. I don't allow myself cheat days because I'm not where I want to be yet. Now I've got another goal to get my body fat percentage down. So I don't necessarily need to lose weight. I just want to tone up. I want a little more definition in my muscle. So right now, and again, this works for me, not necessarily what you need to be doing. I just want to give you an example of what I do on a daily basis. So I have my cup of coffee in the morning with vanilla oat milk, and then I have a protein shake a little bit later, and then I have lunch, which I either do eggs with spinach and some sriracha and feta cheese, or I do a cheese and turkey wrap with the spinach wrap, the green low carb wraps. And then my snack at about 3 o'clock is nuts or peanut butter or a tuna packet or beef jerky, something like that. Again, easy to travel stuff. Every once in a while I'll do a protein bar, but those are pretty high in sugar, so I try to stay away from those. But if I haven't been able to pack a snack or forgot or whatever, I can run into a gas station and get a protein bar. And then for dinner, I love to cook. My daughter loves to cook. So we typically do a family meal. I try to pile in as many vegetables as I possibly can with chicken, or sometimes we do turkey, fish. I'm not a big beef person. Just don't really like it. Same thing with pork, just not really my thing. So we don't do a lot of that. Every once in a while we will, but usually some kind of white meat. But I don't limit myself at dinner. I'll eat whatever the family eats, but again, I try to keep it healthy because I want to set a good example for the family. For water, I drink 3 or 4 of these a day. I was drinking a glass or 2 of wine every night, and I realized that's a lot of sugar. So just cutting that out, I dropped weight and I slept better because my blood sugar wasn't dipping at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and causing me to wake up and then having to restabilize. So I'm sleeping a lot better, which again, that's when your body heals, that's when you grow. So it has helped me to cut that out at night as well. So anyway, hope this helps you guys out and encourages you. I just want to tell you to keep going on your journey, and you're doing an amazing job. Keep it up, don't stop. Bye.